Hey, my boy. Are you riding on Charlie Brown?
That's not Charlie.
Yeah, that is. Okay, you ready to go in the store?
Nope.
Do you know what store we're at?
What's the winner bad? That's the time.
Good job. All right, we're going thrifting. Come on. Come with me. Follow me. Oh, I'll follow you, apparently.
What was the time? What is that?
What you got? Hullabaloo. I think there's only one of those Hullabaloo games that is worth money. I guess it's the treasure. Remember you picked it up a while ago? Treasure Island or something? No, but that is a cool game. It's called Max Talkback. It is a vintage, but unfortunately does not sell well. Would you rather? I think Mommy already got a game for you, right? That we're looking at. I don't think so. Also, this card attack is cool and vintage, but not worth picking up either. A wedding dress. And the veil. $16.50. That's so cheap. That's awesome. You have all this racing, like Champions, NASCAR, Dale Earnhardt stuff, but unfortunately this stuff has gone down in value, so none of it's really worth picking up. Thought this was pretty cool, this newspaper with him on it. Not sure if that's worth picking up, but it's pretty rough, so we're going to leave it. And also this hat. I am going to Google search that and see, make sure that it's not worth picking up, because that one's like vintage. Definitely needs a little scrubbing up, but we shall see. Just as I predicted, $15, and it didn't even sell, and it was in better condition. So, sorry hat, you're staying on the shelf. We have a couple of these brand new with tags, Quacker Factory purses. Unfortunately, they're not really worth much. They only have them priced at $5.50, but that's probably what they're worth. Thought they'd be worth more. Also saw these Holly Hobby cups. I'm going to look these up, but they do have them priced at $3.50, so probably not worth picking up. Checking out this bin of cameras, and I've looked in these before, but we do have this one, which is just a digital concepts. Never heard of that brand before, but we'll look it up. And then also, I just thought these were cool. Check out the graphics on there. Old school for sure. Trying to see if I saw a date on these, just to know the date, but I don't see anything. No date, but yeah, just kind of cool. So I found a stack of Tupperware cups. They seem to be new. Maybe the blue one's been used, but I only want $1.50 on these. I would say these probably would flip about maybe $20 free shipping. I'm going to look into them, because that's pretty cheap, and I don't like to leave like new Tupperware on the shelf. I'm going to go ahead and put these back as well. Looks like they come with lids normally, so if they had the lids, I'd pick them up, but for that, I'm going to leave them. Here's a Road Champs Dole truck. I know you want it, but what if it's worth putting on eBay? Can I put it on eBay? I'll get it for you, my boy. I have a couple of rattles here. I think Cameron actually had this when she was a baby, a little Muppet Babies for 50 cents. We're going to pick that up. Also a Minnie Mouse rattle. And then this random one here. We're going to go ahead and grab these. I actually found a rattle the other day. I think at a rummage sale or some sale. So we'll probably go ahead and lot them up. Nothing crazy, I don't think, but some bread and butter. Got a Kate Spade here, priced up to $74. So that's probably not worth picking up, but
No.
pretty cool. I don't find Kate Spade that much, and when I do, it is usually priced up. Always looking for that famous vintage ball that's worth like crazy amount of money. I haven't found it yet, but someday I hope to. So these pure water filters can be a really good pickup. You definitely want to make sure that you don't get a Vero on eBay because some companies don't like you selling their water filters. But this one should be okay. They only want $5.50, and this isn't going to be crazy money, but I would say probably around $30. So we're going to go ahead and grab it. All right, so I found this baby hooded towel, and it is a vintage Carter's made in the USA. So I love picking up baby blankets, vintage baby items, and I think that this one should do okay. I think someone listed one brand new for $100. So even if I got $40 for it, we only pay like $1. Actually, this one's 50 cents, so even better. Do you know if they've been tested at all?
No, ma'am. They just come in.
They just come in,
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have a 3-day policy. If you find out it doesn't work, you bring it back and you get store credit.
Oh, okay. I'll go ahead and get that one.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, let's pay for our goodies, Cash. You getting a new truck? All right, so my daughter just dropped me off at my local Goodwill here, and I'm not finding too much stuff. I do have a couple things in the cart, but I think only one of them I'm going to be picking up, which is this Mizuno mint. It just came out on a new stock card. I'm only asking $2.99. It is pretty rough, but it is baseball season. People starting to buy baseball mitts and bats and stuff like that. So I think I'm going to go ahead and grab this. This one should do pretty good for us. I also have a couple personal items here, but I almost grabbed these too. These are Doc Martens. They are size 7 women's, unfortunately. They are used. If they were new, I would definitely be picking them up, but they want $15 for them, and being used, they only sell for about $50 free shipping. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to leave those behind, but those would have been a good pickup, so definitely be on your lookout for Doc Martens. What is up, YouTube? I am here actually in Sullivan today. So I had an appointment that wasn't too far from here. So I thought I would go into this Goodwill and see what we can find today. So I was here just last week, but everything changes daily, sometimes minute by minute. You just got to be there when the new racks come out of the hard goods and also the clothing. We do all of it. So if you guys haven't seen our last videos, definitely check them out to see what we're all about. But we're a resale channel. My name's Tara, and hopefully you guys can join us on more adventures of thrifting and flipping. Always checking out the beanies and scarves area, and they have quite a few on the tops here. I did go through each and every single one of them, and the only thing I found was this Fox USA. Now, it's not vintage, but it's in really good condition, and it's half off. So we're only paying 50 cents for this. This is just going to be a little bread and butter. I absolutely love looking at all of the linens, the pillowcases, the shams, the blankets, and all the baby stuff. I usually find some really good baby blankets, but today I didn't. But I did find this pillow sham here. I thought it looked quality and quite unique. So when I found the tag, it's called Traditions by Pamela Klein. Now it looks like her stuff can do pretty well. This one is vintage, made in the USA right there. Unfortunately, they only have one of them, but I think I'm going to go ahead and still pick it up for $2. Looks like some of our stuff can do pretty good. So we're going to go ahead and grab it and see what we can get for it. Today is my lucky day. I went through all of these sweatshirts and jackets. There's about 6 rows of them, and I scored. I finally found a Lulu jacket. This one is super cool with the big Lululemon logo on the front. Love that gray and black stripe. There's the Lulu back there. Yeah, and they didn't mark it up. It is green tag, so it's not half off, but I am happy to pay the $6 for this. All right, we already got a sweater that is trying to jump in my cart, apparently. But this one is a really cool find. This is actually a Vineyard Vines women's. It is an extra small, but it's cashmere. And I don't pick up Vineyard Vines very much because I don't really find it. but today I did. So this should be pretty good. Anything cashmere usually does really well. Just make sure there's no holes or ribs. And go ahead and put you in the cart. We are heading up out of here. We did get a few things that you guys already saw. Got a couple personal items as well. Not too shabby. We appreciate you guys watching our videos. Don't forget to like the video and also subscribe if you guys haven't done already. That helps us out tremendously. And until next time, until I thrifted Sullivan Goodwill, catch you on the flip side. So I forgot to show you guys in the store that I picked up this roll of wrapping paper. So it's about 21 yards, which is a pretty thick roll, and I only paid 99 cents for it, which is a really good deal. So if you guys don't know or haven't thought about it, this is really good for packaging. I can't tell you how many times I've used ours. I take my leftover Christmas paper from Christmas, instead of throwing it away, I recycle it and put it in my boxes that I'm shipping. So just a little tip for you guys. And yeah, super cheap. So if you guys find wrapping paper out in the wild, either cheap or free, grab it. It will save you a lot of money. Here is our second stop to a Goodwill. This one is our local store here in our town. I frequent this at least once a day, if not twice. So let's get in here and see if they have anything different than yesterday. All right, so I have to rush out of here. I have to get home, but I didn't have time to film for you guys, so I will do a quick haul when I get home. So stay tuned for that. Got some good stuff in this pile. What is up, YouTube fam? I'm not sure if I ended up filming when I went into our local Goodwill an intro, but I wasn't able to video anything in there. But I definitely wanted to show you guys what we ended up picking up on this day. So I got a lot of clothes, it looks like. Honestly, it's been about a week, so I'm going to be surprised as well, just as you are, to see what we ended up getting. So the first thing was this really colorful sweatshirt. Now, at first glance, I thought it was kind of a cheesy brand, just because, I don't know, it just didn't feel really quality to me. But then I looked at the tag and I was like, I've never seen that before. So I did look it up, and it looks like this brand does really well. Now, some of their stuff does better than other things, and I'm not sure how much we're going to get on this. We do only pay, I believe, around $5 for sweatshirts. It's in really good condition. It's really thick, actually, but it is a size small, so it might take a little bit longer to sell. But I just thought it was a really cool print, and cheetah's really in right now. And I just thought it was really nice, having a lot of good colors, and I think someone's going to really enjoy that one. All right, the next thing we have here is something black, apparently. All right, okay, now this, I remember, this is actually aloe. I think this is actually one of their older styles, because my daughter's picked up aloe before, and I've never found it. And so I finally, on this day, ended up finding aloe. And I sent her a picture. I said, is this it? Is this what aloe looks like? And she goes, I don't recognize that logo, but we did a lookup on Google, and it looks like it is an older style. So this is just a jacket. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy, but I was super excited when I finally found my first aloe. They usually do leggings and stuff, and it's more like an athletic brand, kind of like Lululemon. And I think it probably does better than Lulu right now. I'm not sure, but maybe comparable. And then this is actually an older style as well. It is a Free People. Now, I'm very picky when it comes to picking up Free People nowadays, because usually what I find is the very small stuff, and then stuff that's been out of style, and usually they just don't sell. So, but I thought this was really nice. I believe it is a pencil skirt. It's a denim. Now, it definitely has a little bit of wear. I don't know if that's supposed to be the style, the coloring, but so I will look it up and see what we can get for this. But I just thought this was really cute, and it's becoming summer soon, so someone's gonna really enjoy that for summer. And then I caught Goodwill slipping again. Yep, they always get on me when they say, "Where did you find that? How come they didn't price that up?" And then they get all upset and they're yelling at the people in the back going, "You missed a rock revival." But anyways, they did, and I found it. So these are pretty cool. I've never found like the pockets that have the ripped and then the little bedazzle inside. So I thought that was pretty unique. They are a size 28, so an okay size. I guess they are called the Jacqueline Cut Straight. Now, right now, when you guys are watching the video, or maybe even a few months ago, wide leg and flare are really in. So I don't think these are going to be anything crazy, but somebody's going to love all these rips and holes. I always think it's funny when people wear stuff like this because I'm like, why even bother? Why don't you just wear some shorts? But anyways, definitely the style. Super cute, and excited that I only paid $7 on those. All right, so breaking the mold of clothing for a minute, I found a bag of Lala Loopsy. I think that's what they're called, for only $3.99. I thought that was a really good deal. There's a ton of figures in here, a couple houses, as you can see, and lots of little pieces. So this is going to be actually super fun to go through. We'll probably end up lotting up the whole thing. You might do a couple lots, just depending on how much they're going for. But in my opinion, I'll probably end up lotting them just all together and selling them all at once. Then we found a pillow sham. Pillow shams at our Goodwill are only, I think, $2 they charge, and only $1 on pillowcases. I thought this one was unique. And it's actually a brand I don't come across very often, which is called The Company Store. Now, this was a store actually in California, in San Diego, where we lived a couple years ago. Well, pretty much our whole lives up until a couple years ago. But anyways, it was a store down in San Diego, and they sold very expensive things. So I thought I would go ahead and grab this for $2, and we'll see how well it does. Unfortunately, they only had one of them, but someone might be missing one, stained theirs or ripped theirs or whatever, and might need a replacement. And then I believe there's just clothes left here. I found another one of these pole sweatshirts. This one's a size small. I believe all the ones that I've picked up are a size small, but they're very like oversized. It's a very oversized brand. Just really cool with like the upcycle fabrics and stuff like that. If you guys watched some of my past videos, I've picked up several of these, and they do really well. We only pay $4.97 on these. So, and I would say this one's probably going to go for around $40. And then we got, okay, yeah, this one was super cool too. I saw this tiger, and I saw all the embroidery, and I believe this is either Korean or Japanese writing. So I thought, well, what is this? And I was like, okay, it's also on the front there, 1986. And it's a Brandy Melville. So this is also a brand from San Diego. It was a store that I don't think it was too expensive, but I think a lot of their stuff was kind of plain, but kids loved it. And I think it actually still sells very well. And definitely their older stuff. So if this is an older piece, which I don't think that it is a 1986, I could be wrong. But this one should do pretty good. But you guys will see the comps for that. And then the last thing we picked up, actually there's two things. We've got a pair of Prana regular inseam pants here. Now, I thought if these weren't worth much, I would go ahead and keep them for myself because they just look super comfy. Something that you can walk in, do some light exercise in. But yeah, those are super cool. And Prana is a pretty good brand to look out for. Now, it definitely depends on what it is. I haven't found too much of it in the past, but here is a brand that you guys probably know, which is Lulu. Now, Lulu isn't all that in a bag of chips anymore, and it depends on what it is. And if you could pick it up for $1 or $2 at a garage sale, definitely recommend it. Now, I did pay, I believe, $3 for these. But they are the camo, and people like the camo print over like the solids in certain styles. I'm not sure the size on that. Usually they either have the long tag inside here, or they actually have a pocket that will show the size. Yeah, so here is the size right here, size 8. It was just like in a little inside pocket. So if you guys don't know and you try to look for the size in Lululemons, that's where it is, usually in the little pocket there, or like I said, in the long tag in the inside. So that's how you find out what size they are. So not too bad of a size, but I just thought that was kind of a cool haul. Thought I would show you guys what we ended up picking up that day. And hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned something new. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring your bell. We really appreciate you guys watching. And until the next one, catch you on the flip side. If you like this sort of content,
Yay!
Or if you don't,
don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell your friends. And until next time,
catch you on the flip side.